Hey everyone, welcome back to the Tier Institute podcast.
I'm Ken, and today's topic sounds small on a map, but huge in real life.
And I'm Lena. Today, we're talking about the Strait of Hormuz, what it is, where it is, and why it matters to energy, trade, shipping, prices, and everyday life.
So this is not a breaking news episode, right?
Right. This episode is not a breaking news report. It explains why the Strait of Hormuz matters and why current tensions have made people watch it more closely.
That sounds good. Calm, useful, and not scary.
Exactly. We are not here to predict war or take sides. We are here to understand why this waterway matters.
And we'll learn English vocabulary while we do it?
Yes, words like strait, chokepoint, oil tanker, LNG, supply chain, inflation, and ripple effect.
I already have one problem. Is straight the same as straight?
That is the perfect English learner problem to start with.
Because one means not curved, right?
Yes, straight, spelled S-T-R-A-I-G-H-T, means not bent or not curved.
Like a straight road.
Right. But straight, spelled S-T-R-A-I-T, means a narrow waterway that connects two larger bodies of water.
So a straight strait is a narrow waterway that refuses to turn?
That sentence is silly, but it is also correct English.
I like it. English is sometimes a comedy show with spelling.
It can be. So, a strait is like a natural sea passage.
A passage means a way through something, right?
Yes. A passage is a route or path that lets people, ships, or things move through.
Example sentence. Ships pass through the strait.
That works. Another example is, the strait is important for global shipping.
Global shipping means moving goods around the world by ship?
Yes, it includes oil, gas, food, electronics, clothes, machinery, and many other goods.
So the Strait of Hormuz is one small sea passage with a very big job.
That's the idea. The Strait of Hormuz is the only sea channel linking the Persian Gulf with the Gulf of Oman and the Arabian Sea.
Only sea channel? That sounds important already.
It is. On one side, you have the Persian Gulf. On the other side, you have the Gulf of Oman, which connects to the Arabian Sea and then the wider Indian Ocean.
So if energy leaves the Persian Gulf by sea, it often has to pass through this strait?
In many cases, yes. That is why the strait is watched so closely by governments, shipping companies, energy companies, and investors.
Let me picture it. The Persian Gulf is like a room, and the Strait of Hormuz is like the doorway.
That is a very useful picture.
Finally, my brain has furniture.
A map with furniture. Not bad.
Which countries are near this doorway?
The strait lies between Iran to the north and Oman to the south. Nearby, the wider Persian Gulf region includes countries such as Saudi Arabia, the United Arab Emirates, Qatar, Kuwait, Bahrain, Iraq, and Iran.
And countries like India, China, Japan, and South Korea care because they import energy?
Yes. Many Asian economies depend on imported oil and gas, so they care about safe and steady shipping routes.
Steady means stable, not jumping up and down?
Exactly. A steady supply means energy keeps arriving without big interruptions.
Is interruption the same as disruption?
They are close. Disruption means something blocks, delays, or disturbs the normal flow of activity.
Like when the internet goes down during an online meeting.
Yes, and everyone suddenly becomes a frozen painting.
So a shipping disruption means ships may be delayed, rerouted, or stopped.
Yes, in real conversations or news, you may hear, there are concerns about a supply disruption.
Supply disruption. I can use that phrase.
Try this sentence. A disruption in shipping can affect prices.
A disruption in shipping can affect prices.
Nice and clear.
Now, I keep hearing the word choke point. What is that?
A choke point is a narrow place where movement can slow down or stop if there is a problem.
Wait, choke point sounds like someone choking.
The word sounds strong, but in geography and trade, it usually means a narrow route that many things must pass through.
So, not a place where ships need water and someone says, "Are you okay?"
No emergency drama for the ships in our vocabulary lesson.
Give me a normal example.
Imagine a supermarket with 10 aisles, but only one cashier open.
Oh, that cashier becomes the choke point.
Right. Everyone can move around the store, but when they want to pay, they all have to pass one narrow point.
And if the cashier has a problem, the whole line slows down.
Exactly. That is how a choke point works.
So the Strait of Hormuz is a choke point because many energy shipments must pass through one narrow waterway.
Yes, that is a clear sentence.
The Strait of Hormuz is an important energy choke point.
Good. In the news, people may say, the Strait of Hormuz is a critical choke point for oil and LNG.
Critical means very important.
Yes. Critical means extremely important, especially when a problem could have serious effects.
I hear that word in news a lot.
You will. Critical route, critical supply, critical infrastructure. It means people are paying close attention.
So far, we have strait, shipping route, disruption, and choke point.
That is a good mini review.
Now, let's talk about oil. Why is oil still such a big deal?
Oil is still deeply connected to transportation, industry, farming, plastics, chemicals, and many daily products.
Even though people talk about clean energy more now?
Yes, clean energy is growing, but the world still uses a lot of oil and gas every day.
What is crude oil?
Crude oil is oil in its natural, unrefined form before it is processed into products like gasoline, diesel, jet fuel, and other petroleum products.
Unrefined means not cleaned up yet?
More or less. It means it has not been processed into useful finished products.
So crude oil is like raw ingredients before cooking.
That comparison works. A refinery is like a very complex kitchen for oil.
Refinery. That means a place where crude oil becomes useful products?
Yes, a refinery processes crude oil into fuels and other products.
Example. The refinery turns crude oil into gasoline.
That is a simple and useful sentence.
And petroleum? Is petroleum the same as oil?
Petroleum is a broad word. It can refer to crude oil and products made from oil.
So petroleum is the bigger family word.
Yes, in everyday conversation, people often say oil. In news or official reports, you may hear petroleum liquids or petroleum products.
Petroleum products are things like gasoline, diesel, and jet fuel?
Yes, and sometimes heating oil, fuel oil, and other products too.
I think I get it. Crude oil is raw. Petroleum is the larger category. Gasoline and diesel are finished products.
That is a clear summary.
What about an oil tanker?
An oil tanker is a large ship designed to carry oil across the sea.
So not a tank with wheels?
No, not that kind of tank. English likes to reuse words and confuse everyone.
Very kind of English.
In news, you might hear, an oil tanker passed through the strait, or tanker traffic slowed down.
Tanker traffic means the movement of tanker ships?
Yes, not road traffic, sea traffic.
No traffic lights in the ocean?
No red lights floating in the waves, but there are rules, lanes, navigation systems, and safety procedures.
How much oil goes through the Strait of Hormuz?
The International Energy Agency describes roughly 20 million barrels per day of oil moving through the strait in 2025, around a quarter of world seaborne oil trade, with most of it going to Asia.
Around a quarter of world seaborne oil trade? That is not small.
No. And seaborne means carried by sea.
So seaborne oil trade means oil that travels by ship.
Right. It does not include oil that moves only by pipeline or truck.
And you said most of it goes to Asia?
Yes, China, India, Japan, and South Korea are major destinations for oil moving through this route.
That explains why Asian economies pay close attention.
Yes, energy security matters for factories, transportation, electricity, airlines, and ordinary consumers.
Energy security means having enough energy at a stable price?
Yes, more fully, it means reliable access to energy that a country or economy needs.
Example sentence. Countries care about energy security.
That is natural. Another news-style sentence is, the disruption raised energy security concerns.
That sounds very news-like.
It does, but it is useful English.
Now, oil is one thing. What about LNG?
LNG stands for liquefied natural gas.
Liquefied is a big word.
It means changed into liquid form.
So natural gas becomes liquid?
Yes, natural gas is cooled to a very low temperature, so it becomes liquid and takes up much less space.
That makes it easier to ship?
Exactly. Gas takes up a lot of space. Liquid takes up much less space, so special LNG ships can carry it across oceans.
So LNG is natural gas wearing a tiny suitcase.
That is strange, but I will allow it.
Is LNG the same as oil?
No, oil is a liquid fossil fuel. Natural gas is mostly methane, and LNG is natural gas cooled into liquid form for transport.
So oil and LNG are both energy, but they are not the same thing.
Correct. Oil is often used for transport fuels. Natural gas is often used for electricity, heating, industry, and sometimes cooking.
And the Strait of Hormuz matters for LNG too?
Yes. The IEA notes that about 19% of global LNG trade transited the strait, mainly connected with Qatar and the UAE.
Nearly 1/5 of global LNG trade?
Yes, and Qatar is especially important in global LNG supply.
Who buys that LNG?
Many buyers are in Asia, including China, India, Japan, and South Korea.
So the strait is not just an oil story.
Right. It is also a natural gas story, a shipping story, and a global trade story.
That is a good sentence for learners.
Try saying this. The Strait of Hormuz matters for oil, LNG, and global trade.
The Strait of Hormuz matters for oil, LNG, and global trade.
Nice and steady.
What does global trade mean in a simple way?
Global trade means countries buying and selling goods and services across borders.
Like one country sells oil, another buys it, and ships carry it.
Yes, and when shipping routes are smooth, trade feels normal. When routes are risky or delayed, costs can rise.
Costs like shipping cost?
Yes, shipping cost is the money needed to move goods by ship.
And freight cost?
Freight cost means the cost of transporting goods, often by ship, truck, train, or plane.
So freight is a more general transport word.
Right. In news, you may hear, freight rates increased.
That means moving goods became more expensive.
Yes, and when moving goods costs more, companies may pass on the cost.
I know this phrase from the prompt. Pass on the cost.
It means a company pays more, then charges customers more to cover that extra cost.
Like if a delivery company pays more for fuel, it may charge a higher delivery fee.
Exactly. That is passing on the cost.
Before we go deeper into prices, we should talk about the current context, right?
Yes, carefully.
Carefully is the key word.
At the time of recording, on June 22nd, 2026, tensions in the region are making people pay closer attention to the Strait of Hormuz.
And we should not pretend we know what will happen next.
Correct. As of June 22nd, 2026, the situation is still developing, so we should avoid making strong predictions.
So no, this will definitely happen language.
Right. Reuters reported on June 22nd, 2026, that investors were watching U.S.-Iran negotiations and uncertainty around shipping through the Strait of Hormuz.
So markets are watching the risk, not just confirmed events.
Yes, markets often react to uncertainty before ordinary people feel any real effect.
Uncertainty means people do not know what will happen.
Yes, it means the future is unclear.
Example sentence. Uncertainty can make markets nervous.
That sounds natural and useful.
And this episode is not taking sides.
Correct. We are not blaming a country, a religion, a government, or any group. We are learning how geography, energy, trade, and prices connect.
That feels responsible.
It is important. When real people may be affected by conflict, we should speak with respect.
No jokes about war or suffering.
Exactly. Light jokes about English spelling are okay. Jokes about real suffering are not.
So straight versus straight remains our safe comedy zone.
Yes, the spelling can handle it.
Why does conflict or tension make shipping companies nervous?
Shipping companies must think about the safety of crews, ships, cargo, schedules, and insurance.
Crew means the people working on the ship?
Yes, crew means the workers who operate the ship.
So it is not just cargo. People are involved too.
Exactly. That is why companies may become more cautious when a route looks risky.
Cautious means careful?
Yes, cautious means careful because there may be danger, risk, or uncertainty.
Example sentence. Shipping companies became more cautious.
Good. In news, people may say companies are taking a cautious approach.
That means they are not rushing.
Yes, they may slow down, wait for more information, change routes, or pay more for protection and insurance.
Insurance for ships. Is that like car insurance, but much bigger?
In a simple way, yes.
My car insurance suddenly feels tiny and humble.
A supertanker is slightly harder to park than a small car.
What is an insurance premium?
An insurance premium is the amount of money someone pays for insurance coverage.
So if risk goes up, the premium may go up?
Often, yes. If insurers believe a route is riskier, they may charge more.
Insurers are insurance companies?
Yes, an insurer is a company that provides insurance.
So higher risk can mean higher insurance cost.
Yes, and higher insurance cost can become part of the total cost of shipping.
Then shipping companies may pass on the cost.
Right, you are connecting the chain.
Risk goes up, insurance premiums may rise, shipping costs may rise, and customers may pay more later.
That is a strong summary, with one important word: may.
Because it does not always happen?
Correct. Prices do not always rise immediately or equally in every country.
Why not?
Because many things matter: subsidies, fuel reserves, currency exchange rates, contracts, taxes, local competition, and how long the disruption lasts.
That sounds more realistic than everything becomes expensive overnight.
Yes, this does not mean everything will become expensive overnight.
That is important to say.
The effect depends on how serious the disruption is and how long it lasts.
Let's make the price effect simple, step by step.
Sure. First, if there is tension around the Strait of Hormuz, shipping companies may become more cautious.
That is step 1, caution.
Second, oil and LNG shipments may face delays, higher insurance costs, or higher shipping costs.
Step 2, delays and higher costs.
Third, energy prices may rise because markets worry about supply.
Supply means the amount available?
Yes, supply is how much of something is available.
If supply looks uncertain, prices may move.
Right. Fourth, higher fuel and energy costs can increase transportation, electricity, factory, farming, and production costs.
Farming too?
Yes, Farms use fuel for machines, transport, fertilizers, cold storage, and delivery.
So energy is hiding inside many prices.
That is a very good way to put it.
And step 5?
When companies pay more to move goods or produce goods, some of those costs may be passed on to consumers.
And consumers are ordinary buyers.
Yes, people buying food, fuel, electricity, plane tickets, and everyday items.
Step 6 is the part people feel in daily life?
Yes, everyday things may become more expensive, such as food, imported goods, delivery fees, electricity, petrol, airline tickets, and supermarket items.
But may become more expensive, not definitely.
Correct. Careful language matters.
Let's talk about ripple effect.
A ripple effect is when one problem creates many smaller effects, like when you drop a stone into water and the waves spread out.
That image is easy.
If fuel gets more expensive, delivery may get more expensive. If delivery gets more expensive, food or online shopping may cost more.
Then restaurants may pay more for ingredients.
Yes, and airlines may pay more for jet fuel.
Then flight tickets may become more expensive.
They may, depending on fuel prices, contracts, demand, and competition.
There's that careful word again, may.
It is one of the most useful words for serious topics.
Why?
Because may shows possibility without making a strong prediction.
Example, oil prices may rise if supply is disrupted.
Yes, that sentence is careful and natural.
Another one, shipping costs may increase when risk is higher.
That works too.
I feel responsible now. My sentences are wearing seatbelts.
Safe grammar. I support it.
What is inflation?
Inflation means a general rise in prices over time.
So not just one thing getting expensive.
Right. If only one snack gets more expensive, that is a price increase. Inflation is broader.
Like rent, food, transport, and services all rising over time.
Yes, that is the idea.
And cost of living?
Cost of living means how much money people need for basic daily life.
Housing, food, transport, electricity, phone bill, and normal expenses.
Yes, when the cost of living rises, people feel pressure in their monthly budgets.
That is very real.
It is. That is why energy prices matter beyond the oil market.
Oil market means people buying and selling oil?
Yes, it includes producers, buyers, traders, investors, refineries, and companies that use oil.
And oil prices can affect inflation.
They can. Higher fuel and energy costs may push up the cost of transporting and producing goods.
So if energy becomes expensive, many things can become more expensive later.
Yes, but the timing and size of the effect can vary a lot.
It depends on the country and the situation.
Exactly. Some governments use subsidies.
Subsidies?
A subsidy is support, often money from the government, that helps keep prices lower.
Like when a government helps reduce fuel or electricity costs.
Yes, subsidies can delay or soften the effect on consumers.
But they cost money too?
Yes, governments still have to pay for them somehow.
So there is no magic button.
If there were a magic button for inflation, economists would be less tired.
What is a supply shock?
A supply shock is a sudden change in the supply of something important.
Like if less oil is available suddenly.
Yes, if supply drops quickly or people fear it might drop, prices may react.
Market reaction means how markets respond.
Yes, a market reaction can be a change in prices, stock markets, currency, or investor behavior after news.
So markets often move before the real-world effects reach consumers.
Correct. Markets react to risk, expectations, and uncertainty.
Expectations meaning what people think may happen?
Yes. In finance and energy, expectations can move prices even before the event is fully clear.
Example: oil markets reacted to uncertainty around shipping.
That sentence sounds very natural in a news discussion.
What about escalation and de-escalation?
Escalation means a situation becomes more intense or more serious.
Like tension getting worse.
Yes, de-escalation means the situation becomes calmer or less intense.
So escalation is the heat going up, and de-escalation is the heat going down.
That is a useful image.
My English brain likes stove examples.
As long as we do not burn the vocabulary.
How do people use those words in news?
You may hear, leaders called for de-escalation, which means they want the situation to calm down.
And there are fears of escalation means people worry the situation may get worse.
Exactly. Those are common news phrases.
Escalation means getting more intense. De-escalation means calming down.
Nice. That is a helpful mini-review.
What is geopolitical tension?
Geopolitical tension means political tension between countries or regions, especially when geography, power, resources, or security are involved.
That is a big phrase.
It is, but you can break it down. Geo means earth or geography. Political means government and power.
So geopolitical tension is tension connected to countries, location, and power.
Yes. The Strait of Hormuz is a good example because it is geography plus energy plus security plus trade.
Can I say geopolitical tension can affect energy prices?
Yes, and that is a very useful sentence.
Geopolitical tension can affect energy prices.
Clear and careful.
Let's return to shipping. Why not just use another route?
That is one of the biggest questions.
I imagine ships saying, "Fine, we'll go around."
Sometimes ships can reroute. But for oil and LNG from inside the Persian Gulf, the geography is difficult.
Because the sea exit is the Strait of Hormuz.
Right. If cargo starts inside the Persian Gulf, the sea route to the open ocean goes through the strait.
So there are no easy sea shortcuts.
Correct. There are some pipelines that can bypass the strait for part of the oil flow, but they cannot replace all the traffic.
Pipeline means a long pipe that moves oil or gas?
Yes. A pipeline carries oil, gas, or other liquids from one place to another.
Example sentence: a pipeline can move crude oil across land.
That works.
Which countries have important bypass pipelines?
Saudi Arabia has the East-West pipeline to the Red Sea, and the UAE has a pipeline to Fujairah, outside the strait.
That helps reduce risk.
It helps, but it does not remove the risk completely.
Why not?
The IEA estimates that available crude rerouting capacity through Saudi and UAE routes is limited, around 3.5 to 5.5 million barrels per day, compared with much larger volumes normally moving through the strait.
So pipelines can help, but they cannot carry everything.
Exactly. Also, pipelines are not magic. They need capacity, ports, storage, scheduling, and safe operations.
Logistics.
Yes, logistics means planning and moving things efficiently.
Example sentence?
Good logistics help goods arrive on time.
Simple and useful.
In energy, logistics can include pipelines, ports, storage tanks, tankers, contracts, and loading schedules.
That is a lot of moving parts.
It is. And when one part becomes uncertain, the whole system may become slower or more expensive.
That is the choke point idea again.
Yes, you are seeing the pattern.
What about LNG? Can it go by pipeline instead?
LNG is usually moved by special ships after natural gas is cooled into liquid form.
And if the LNG export terminal is inside the Persian Gulf, ships still face the strait.
Yes. For LNG, alternative options are more limited than for some crude oil.
Export terminal means the place where cargo leaves a country?
Yes. An export terminal is a port or facility where goods are loaded for export.
Example: LNG is loaded at an export terminal.
That sounds natural.
Import terminal would be where it arrives.
Correct. Import terminal, export terminal.
English has a terminal for everything: airport terminal, computer terminal, export terminal.
Yes, and luckily, this one does not ask you to remove your shoes.
Let's talk about ordinary people. How could this affect someone buying groceries?
Let's follow the chain carefully.
I like the word chain here.
A supply chain is the full system that moves a product from raw material to finished product to the customer.
Like wheat becomes flour, flour becomes bread, bread goes to the store.
Exactly.
Where does energy fit in that bread example?
Energy may be used to run farm machines, make fertilizer, operate factories, power ovens, refrigerate food, and transport products.
So a loaf of bread has hidden fuel inside the price.
In a way, yes. Not physically inside the bread, of course.
Good. I prefer my bread without diesel.
That is a very reasonable food preference.
But the price may include transport and energy costs.
Yes. If fuel costs rise, the cost of transporting ingredients and finished products may rise too.
Then the bakery or supermarket may pass on the cost.
Correct.
What about online shopping?
Online orders also depend on warehouses, packaging, delivery vans, trucks, planes, and sometimes ships.
So delivery fees may rise if transport costs rise.
They may, depending on the company and market.
What about electricity bills?
Some countries use natural gas or oil products for power generation. If fuel costs rise, electricity costs may be affected.
But not every country uses the same energy mix.
Exactly. Energy mix means the combination of energy sources a country uses.
Example: a country's energy mix may include gas, coal, solar, wind, hydro, and nuclear.
That is clear.
So some countries feel the effect more than others.
Yes, it depends on energy imports, contracts, subsidies, reserves, exchange rates, and local policy.
Exchange rates too?
Yes, oil is often priced internationally in US dollars. If a local currency weakens, imported energy may become more expensive in local money.
So even the currency can change the price people feel.
Correct. That is why global energy is connected to many things.
This is bigger than I expected.
It is. Geography can feel far away, but prices can feel close.
Why do investors react so fast?
Investors try to price risk quickly. They look at possible supply problems, shipping delays, insurance costs, and demand.
Price risk means they change prices because of possible risk?
Yes, if they think supply might become tighter, oil prices may rise even before a major disruption happens.
Tighter supply means less available supply compared with demand?
Yes. If supply is tight, buyers may compete more, and prices can rise.
Demand means how much people want or need to buy.
Correct. Supply and demand are basic market words.
Supply is what is available. Demand is what people want to buy.
Nice and simple.
And uncertainty makes people cautious.
Yes. Governments may check fuel reserves. Shipping companies may review routes. Airlines may watch jet fuel costs. Investors may adjust prices.
Fuel reserves are stored fuel for future use?
Yes. Reserves are supplies kept for later or for emergencies.
Strategic reserves?
Strategic reserves are supplies a country keeps for important national needs, especially during disruptions.
Like an emergency pantry, but for energy.
Yes, but much bigger and not full of noodles.
Let's clear up some misunderstandings.
Good idea.
Misunderstanding 1. If there is tension near the strait, does all global oil stop immediately?
No, that is too extreme. The world has many oil sources, many routes, storage, contracts, pipelines, and emergency tools.
So the strait is very important, But it is not the only source of oil.
Correct. But because the volume through the strait is so large, serious disruption can still affect global prices.
Misunderstanding 2. Do prices rise immediately in every country?
No. Prices can move quickly in oil markets, but consumer prices may change slowly, differently, or not much at all, depending on local conditions.
So market reaction and supermarket reaction are not the same speed.
That is a great way to say it.
The oil market runs. The supermarket walks with a basket.
And sometimes stops to compare tomatoes.
Misunderstanding 3. Are pipelines a complete solution?
No. Pipelines can reduce risk, but they cannot fully replace the strait's normal shipping volume.
Misunderstanding 4. Is LNG just another name for oil?
No. LNG is liquefied natural gas. Oil and natural gas are different fuels with different uses and shipping systems.
Misunderstanding 5. Should ordinary people panic?
No. Understanding risk is useful. Panic is not useful.
Calm knowledge is better than scary headlines.
Exactly. That is one of the main messages of this episode.
Can we talk about the phrase current context?
Yes. Current context means what is happening around the topic at the time we are speaking.
So in this episode, the current context is regional tension and people watching shipping risk.
Right. But because current events can change, we use a date.
At the time of recording, on June 22nd, 2026.
Yes. That phrase protects accuracy.
Why not just say right now?
Because someone may listen months later. Right now becomes unclear without a date.
So time markers help evergreen content.
Exactly. Evergreen means the content stays useful over time.
Like a podcast tree that does not lose all its leaves.
That is a peaceful image for a serious topic.
How do we talk about uncertain news in careful English?
Use phrases like, the situation is developing. It is too early to say. And we should avoid strong predictions.
The situation is developing.
Good. That means things are still changing.
It is too early to say.
That means we do not have enough information yet.
We should avoid strong predictions.
That means we should not guess too boldly.
These are useful for news, work, and serious conversations.
Yes, they help you sound careful and mature in English.
Mature meaning responsible and not childish?
Yes, mature language does not jump to conclusions.
Jump to conclusions means decide too quickly.
Exactly. That is another useful phrase.
Don't jump to conclusions.
A very helpful life sentence.
Let's connect this to countries without choosing sides.
Good. The region includes major energy producers and exporters. Iran and Oman are directly beside the strait. Qatar is a major LNG exporter. Saudi Arabia, the UAE, Kuwait, Iraq, Bahrain, and Iran are important in regional petroleum flows.
And importing countries care too.
Yes. India, China, Japan, and South Korea are major Asian energy importers, so they watch stable flows through the strait.
So the strait connects producers, importers, shipping companies, insurers, and consumers.
That is a strong summary.
What does consumer mean again?
A consumer is a person or business that buys and uses goods or services.
So we are consumers when we buy food, fuel, or plane tickets.
Yes.
What is confidence in shipping?
Confidence means trust that something will work safely and reliably.
If companies have confidence, they keep moving goods.
Yes. If confidence falls, they may delay shipments, charge more, or choose different routes.
So confidence is not just a feeling. It affects decisions.
Exactly. In business, confidence can change real behavior.
Example: low confidence can slow investment.
Good sentence.
And high confidence can support normal trade.
Yes, that sounds natural.
Why is the strait narrow? Is it dangerously narrow?
It is narrow compared with the huge amount of traffic that depends on it.
So the issue is not only the physical width.
Correct. The issue is that many important shipments are concentrated in one route.
Concentrated means gathered in one place?
Yes, if risk is concentrated, too much depends on one point.
Example, the risk is concentrated in one choke point.
That is useful and clear.
And diversification means spreading risk?
Yes, diversification means not depending on only one source, route, product, or investment.
Like not putting all your eggs in one basket.
Exactly. That expression means do not depend on one thing too much.
Especially if the basket is on a ship.
Those eggs need excellent logistics.
How do countries diversify energy risk?
They may buy energy from different suppliers, build storage, use pipelines, invest in renewables, sign long-term contracts, or improve efficiency.
Efficiency means using less energy to do the same job?
Yes, energy efficiency means getting the same result with less energy waste.
Example, better insulation can improve energy efficiency.
That is a good daily life example.
Long-term contracts help too?
They can. A long-term contract may give more predictable supply and price conditions.
Predictable means easier to expect.
Yes, predictable prices help businesses plan.
But if the route is disrupted, a contract cannot move the ship by magic.
Correct. Contracts help with pricing and planning, but physical logistics still matter.
So paper promises and real-world routes both matter.
Very nicely said.
Can we explain oil prices without getting too technical?
Sure. Oil prices are influenced by supply, demand, storage, expectations, production decisions, shipping costs, currency, and geopolitical risk.
That sounds like a lot.
It is. So let's make it simple.
Please.
If buyers worry that less oil may arrive, they may be willing to pay more now.
Because they want to secure supply.
Yes. Secure supply means make sure they can get what they need.
So the price can rise because of fear, not only because oil already disappeared.
Correct. Markets can react to possible future problems.
That explains why news can move prices quickly.
Yes. Headlines can affect expectations.
But headlines can also be too dramatic.
They can. That is why we should look for reliable sources and careful language.
Not every scary headline becomes reality.
Exactly. Risk is real, but prediction is difficult.
Risk is real, but prediction is difficult.
That is a good sentence to remember.
Let's do a natural vocabulary review, but not a long list.
Good idea. I'll give a sentence, and you tell me the key word.
I'll try not to embarrass myself.
This is a safe learning zone, a narrow waterway that connects two larger bodies of water.
Strait.
A narrow route where traffic can slow down if something goes wrong.
Chokepoint.
A big ship that carries oil.
Oil tanker.
Oil before it is refined.
Crude oil.
Natural gas cooled into liquid form for transport.
LNG.
A problem that interrupts normal movement or supply.
Disruption.
The system that moves a product from raw material to customer.
Supply chain.
When prices generally rise over time.
Inflation.
When a company charges customers more because its own costs increased.
Pass on the cost.
When one problem creates effects that spread outward.
Ripple effect.
That was smooth.
My brain did not become a tanker stuck in a choke point.
A very specific success.
Can we make one real-life story?
Sure. Imagine a small country that imports most of its fuel.
Okay.
At the time of regional tension, oil markets become nervous, and fuel importers pay attention.
They watch prices and shipping.
Yes. If fuel prices rise, trucking companies may pay more for diesel.
Then they may raise delivery prices.
Supermarkets may pay more to receive goods.
Then some food prices may rise.
Restaurants may pay more for ingredients and electricity.
Then menu prices may change.
Airlines may pay more for jet fuel.
Then ticket prices may be affected.
But again, not always immediately, not equally, and not everywhere.
The effect depends on many layers.
Yes, that is why ripple effect is a useful phrase.
Energy prices can create a ripple effect across daily life.
That is a strong learner sentence.
What about people who say, "This is far away, so it doesn't affect me"?
It may feel far away, but energy markets are global.
Global means connected across countries.
Yes, a route in one region can affect prices in another region because oil and LNG are traded internationally.
But local government policies can change the effect.
Correct. That is the balanced view.
So it can affect me, but the effect may be indirect.
Exactly. Indirect means not straight from one thing to another, but through other steps.
Not straight and not straight.
Well played.
Indirect effect means the effect comes through other steps.
Yes. For example, higher oil prices may indirectly affect supermarket prices through transport costs.
Direct effect would be petrol prices at the pump?
Often, yes. Fuel prices may feel more direct to drivers.
Electricity can be direct too if power generation uses imported fuel.
Yes, depending on the country's energy mix.
So the Strait of Hormuz is like a lesson in interconnection.
Exactly. Interconnection means different systems are linked.
Geography, energy, shipping, insurance, markets, and daily prices.
That is the whole episode in one sentence.
Let's talk about shipping routes more. What is a shipping route?
A shipping route is the path ships usually take to move cargo from one place to another.
Like a sea road.
Yes, a sea road is a simple way to imagine it.
But ships do not follow roads exactly.
Right. They use navigation routes, maritime rules, ports, and safe passages.
Maritime means related to the sea?
Yes. Maritime trade means trade by sea.
Example. Maritime trade is important for global energy.
Good.
What happens when a ship avoids a risky route?
It may take a longer route, wait, or change its schedule.
Longer route means more fuel and more time.
Yes. More time can mean higher costs and delayed deliveries.
But for the Strait of Hormuz, some cargo cannot just take a simple longer sea route because it must exit the Persian Gulf.
Correct. That is why the strait is so sensitive.
Sensitive means easily affected?
Yes. In this context, sensitive means people react strongly because the route is important.
The oil market is sensitive to news about the Strait of Hormuz.
That is a very natural news sentence.
Can we explain freight one more time?
Freight can mean goods transported in large amounts, or the cost of transporting those goods.
So freight can be the cargo or the transport price.
Yes, context tells you which meaning is used.
Freight rates?
Freight rates are prices charged to transport goods.
Example. Freight rates may rise when shipping risk increases.
That is clear and useful.
Insurance premium?
An insurance premium is the price paid for insurance.
Higher risk may mean a higher insurance premium.
Yes.
Supply chain?
The full path from raw material to finished product to customer.
A disruption in one part of the supply chain can affect many prices.
That is a strong sentence.
We should also mention that oil is not only gasoline.
Yes, oil supports many transport fuels and industrial products.
Diesel for trucks, jet fuel for planes, fuel oil for some ships.
Correct. And petroleum products can also be used in chemicals, plastics, and materials.
So higher oil prices can affect products that do not look like oil.
Yes, that is another indirect effect.
Like packaging costs.
Potentially, yes. Packaging, manufacturing, and transport may all involve energy or petroleum-based materials.
Again, not always, not equally.
Exactly. You are now the careful language police.
I have a tiny badge that says may.
That badge is very useful today.
Can we explain why energy security is not just about having energy today?
Yes, energy security includes reliability, affordability, and resilience.
Reliability means it keeps working.
Yes, reliable supply means energy arrives when needed.
Affordability means people can pay for it.
Correct.
Resilience?
Resilience means the ability to recover from problems.
Like a system that can bend but not break.
Exactly. A resilient energy system can handle shocks better.
Example: more storage can improve energy resilience.
Good.
So countries want reliable, affordable, resilient energy.
Yes, and choke points matter because they can test all three.
Reliable supply may be threatened.
Affordability may be affected.
Resilience may be tested.
Exactly.
Let's talk about the human side without being dramatic.
Good. Behind every shipping route, there are crews, port workers, drivers, factory workers, families, and consumers.
So when we talk about shipping risk, it is not just numbers.
Right. Numbers help us understand scale, but real people can be affected by delays, higher prices, or uncertainty.
That is why the tone should be respectful.
Yes, we can learn calmly without turning suffering into entertainment.
That sentence matters.
It does. Educational content should help people understand, not panic.
Panic means sudden fear that makes it hard to think clearly.
Yes, and careful information helps reduce panic.
Understanding is better than panic.
That is a good takeaway already.
What should listeners listen for when they hear news about the Strait?
Listen for specific words: disruption, delay, tanker traffic, insurance premiums, freight costs, energy prices, and diplomatic talks.
Diplomatic talks means countries talking to reduce problems?
Yes, diplomacy is communication between countries, often to solve conflict or manage tension.
Example: diplomatic talks may help reduce tension.
Careful and useful.
What is de-escalation again?
De-escalation means making a tense situation calmer or less intense.
So diplomatic talks may support de-escalation.
Yes, that is a very natural sentence.
And escalation is the opposite.
Yes, escalation means the situation becomes more intense.
A useful pair: escalation and de-escalation.
Yes, especially for news English.
Let's make a small practice moment for listeners.
Good idea. If you're listening right now, try this sentence. The Strait of Hormuz is a major energy choke point.
The Strait of Hormuz is a major energy choke point.
Now try this one. A disruption may increase shipping and insurance costs.
A disruption may increase shipping and insurance costs.
And one more. Higher energy costs can create a ripple effect.
Higher energy costs can create a ripple effect.
Those three sentences are useful for talking about this topic clearly.
And they are not too long.
Short, clear sentences are powerful.
My English motto: short sentence, less panic.
A very practical motto.
Can we talk about price increase and inflation again?
Yes. A price increase is when one price goes up.
Like petrol becomes more expensive this week.
Yes. Inflation is broader. It means prices in general rise over time.
So one expensive avocado is not inflation.
Correct. That avocado may have its own personal drama.
A luxury avocado.
But inflation is a wider pattern across many goods and services.
Cost of living is how much daily life costs.
Yes. Food, rent, transport, utilities, phone, school, health, and other basic expenses.
Utilities means services like electricity and water?
Correct. Sometimes gas, electricity, water, and internet are called utilities.
Higher energy costs may increase utility bills.
Yes, depending on the local energy system.
And petrol versus gasoline?
Petrol is common in British English. Gasoline or gas is common in American English.
Gas is confusing because gas can mean gasoline or natural gas.
English saw one word and said, "Let's use it for everything."
Context saves us.
It usually does.
What about fuel cost?
Fuel cost means the money needed to buy fuel, such as petrol, diesel, jet fuel, or ship fuel.
Fuel cost affects transport cost.
Good. And transport cost can affect product prices.
Then companies may pass on the cost.
Exactly.
I want to understand why shipping insurance matters so much.
Ships and cargo can be extremely valuable. If a route is risky, insurers may charge higher premiums to cover possible losses.
Higher premiums become part of the cost of moving goods.
Yes, and if enough costs rise, the final product may become more expensive.
Is that always passed to consumers?
Not always. Sometimes companies absorb the cost, which means they accept lower profit.
Absorb the cost means the company pays it without charging customers more.
Correct.
Example: the company absorbed the higher shipping cost.
That is natural business English.
But if costs stay high for a long time, companies may pass on more of it.
Yes, duration matters.
Duration means how long something lasts.
Exactly.
The impact depends on the duration of the disruption.
That is an excellent, careful sentence.
Serious topics need careful sentences.
They do.
Let's explain alternative route.
An alternative route is another way to get from one place to another.
Like taking a side road when the main road has traffic.
Yes, that is a daily life example.
But with oil and gas, alternative routes may be limited.
Correct. Pipelines and other ports can help, but they may not match normal sea route capacity.
Capacity means how much something can hold or move.
Yes. Pipeline capacity means how much oil or gas a pipeline can carry.
Example: the pipeline has limited capacity.
That is clear.
What about spare capacity?
Spare capacity means extra capacity that is available but not currently being used.
Like an empty seat in a car.
Exactly. If the car has 5 seats and only 3 people, it has 2 spare seats.
Unless one seat is full of snacks.
Snacks are not passengers. Ken.
Fair.
For pipelines, spare capacity can help during disruptions, but only if the system can actually use it.
So capacity on paper and capacity in real life can be different.
Yes, real life includes ports, storage, maintenance, scheduling, and safety.
Logistics again.
Always logistics.
Can we talk about why the Strait of Hormuz matters even to countries that do not buy much oil from there?
Yes, oil prices are global. Even if a country buys oil from another region, global prices can still move when a major supply route is at risk.
So a local buyer can feel global pricing.
Exactly.
Is that because oil can be traded internationally?
Yes, oil is part of a global market. When a major route is at risk, buyers and sellers everywhere pay attention.
That is why the word global matters.
Yes, global does not mean every country is affected the same way. It means the market is connected.
Connected does not mean identical.
Very good.
Identical means exactly the same.
Right.
So effects can be global, but not identical.
That is a very balanced sentence.
What should listeners avoid saying?
Avoid saying, "The strait will definitely close," unless you are reporting a verified fact from a reliable source at a specific time.
Avoid oil prices will definitely explode.
Yes, that is too dramatic and not careful.
Avoid blaming one whole country or group.
Correct. Avoid broad blame and avoid insulting countries, religions, governments, or people.
Avoid treating conflict like entertainment.
Yes, that is very important.
What can they say instead?
They can say, tensions may affect shipping confidence, or markets are watching the risk of disruption.
Markets are watching the risk of disruption.
Good.
Tensions may affect shipping confidence.
Also good.
Those sentences sound calm and smart.
Calm and smart is the goal.
Can we explain at the pump?
Yes. At the pump means at the petrol station or gas station, where people fill their vehicles with fuel.
So if fuel prices rise at the pump, drivers feel it directly.
Correct.
What about airline tickets?
Airlines use jet fuel. If jet fuel becomes more expensive, airlines may face higher operating costs.
Operating costs mean the costs of running the business.
Yes. Staff, fuel, maintenance, airport fees, aircraft, systems, and many other expenses.
If costs rise, airlines may raise ticket prices.
They may, but it depends on competition, demand, fuel hedging, and timing.
Fuel hedging?
Fuel hedging is when airlines use financial contracts to manage future fuel price risk.
That sounds advanced.
It is, so we do not need to go too deep.
Good. My brain was looking for an exit.
A safe alternative route for your brain.
What about factories?
Factories use energy to run machines, heat materials, cool products, and move goods.
So energy cost can affect production cost.
Yes, production cost means the cost of making something.
Higher production costs may lead to higher prices.
Careful and useful.
What about food?
Food can be affected through farming fuel, fertilizer, processing, refrigeration, packaging, and transport.
Food prices have a long energy story.
They can. That is why energy and cost of living are connected.
And supermarket items may change slowly.
Yes, retail prices often respond with delay, and sometimes not fully.
Delay means something happens later than expected.
Correct.
Let's do a small role play. I'll be a listener explaining this to a friend.
Good. Keep it simple and calm.
The Strait of Hormuz is a narrow sea passage near Iran and Oman.
Good start.
It connects the Persian Gulf with the Gulf of Oman and the Arabian Sea.
Clear.
A lot of oil and LNG pass through it, so it is an important energy choke point.
Nice.
If tension affects shipping, companies may become cautious, and costs may rise.
That is careful.
Higher energy and shipping costs can create a ripple effect in daily prices.
That was very natural.
I sound like a calm documentary, but with better hair.
Audio listeners will have to trust you on that.
Was my explanation too long?
It was good. For everyday conversation, you could make it even shorter.
How?
Try this. It's a narrow sea route where a lot of oil and gas pass, so any disruption can affect energy prices.
It's a narrow sea route where a lot of oil and gas pass, so any disruption can affect energy prices.
That is a strong one-sentence explanation.
I like it.
Listeners can use that sentence when someone asks, "Why does this strait matter?"
Can we make a simpler version?
Yes, it's a small waterway with a big role in global energy.
It's a small waterway with a big role in global energy.
Short and memorable.
Let's review the main idea of oil tankers.
Oil tankers carry oil by sea. They are part of the global energy supply chain.
If tanker traffic is delayed, supply may be delayed.
Yes,
Tanker traffic is a good news phrase.
it is. You may hear, tanker traffic through the strait has changed, or analysts are watching tanker movements.
Analysts are people who study data and explain what it may mean.
Correct.
Analysts are watching tanker movements.
That sounds natural.
Is movement countable here?
It can be. Tanker movements means individual ship movements or patterns of ships moving.
Tiny grammar point. Very useful.
Good noticing.
My grammar badge says may on one side and movements on the other.
That is a very niche badge.
What does vessel mean?
A vessel is a ship or large boat.
News often says vessel instead of ship.
Yes. Vessel sounds more formal and is common in maritime news.
Several vessels pass through the strait.
Good example.
Cargo?
Cargo means goods carried by a ship, plane, truck, or train.
Oil can be cargo.
Yes, LNG can be cargo too.
The vessel carried energy cargo.
Natural enough, though people may specify oil cargo or LNG cargo.
That sounds more precise.
Precise means exact and clear.
Precise language helps serious topics.
Yes, it really does.
Can we explain why not all news details should go into an evergreen episode?
Yes, news changes quickly. If we include too many exact details, the episode may become outdated.
So we include the date and keep the current section short.
Correct. The stable background matters more for long-term learning.
Stable background means facts that do not change quickly.
Yes, geography, basic energy concepts, and vocabulary are more stable than daily headlines.
The strait will still be a narrow waterway tomorrow.
Unless geography has a very busy night. Yes.
We should not predict geography either.
Careful language for mountains and oceans too.
Let's talk about economy.
An economy is the system of production, trade, jobs, money, and spending in a country or region.
So energy prices can affect the economy.
Yes, higher energy costs can affect businesses and households.
Household means a person or family living together.
Yes, household costs include things like food, electricity, rent, fuel, and daily needs.
Higher fuel costs can pressure household budgets.
That is natural.
Budget means a plan for spending money?
Yes, a budget helps people manage income and expenses.
So cost of living is personal, not just economic theory.
Exactly. People feel it in their wallets.
Wallets understand inflation before we do.
Sadly, wallets are very honest teachers.
What about goods versus services?
Goods are physical things you buy, like food, clothes, phones, and furniture.
Services are activities people pay for, like delivery, haircuts, repairs, or flights.
Correct.
Energy costs can affect goods and services.
Yes, delivery services use fuel. Factories use energy. Shops use electricity.
So inflation can come through many doors.
It can. Energy is one door, but not the only door.
Other doors include wages, rent, currency, taxes, weather, and demand.
Yes, that is why we should not explain all inflation with one cause.
Inflation usually has many causes.
That is careful and accurate.
Can we talk about how to read news calmly?
Yes. First, check the date.
Date matters.
Second, separate confirmed facts from predictions.
Confirmed facts are what we know. Predictions are what people think may happen.
Yes.
Third, notice careful words like may, could, likely, possible, and expected.
Those words show uncertainty.
Fourth,
Avoid emotional headlines as your only source.
look for reliable reporting and official data.
Yes.
Fifth,
Remember that markets react quickly, but real-life prices may change more slowly.
market reaction is not the same as personal impact.
Exactly.
What are some phrases listeners can use in conversation?
The situation is still developing.
The situation is still developing.
We should avoid strong predictions.
We should avoid strong predictions.
Markets often react to uncertainty.
Markets often react to uncertainty.
Higher energy costs can have a ripple effect.
Higher energy costs can have a ripple effect.
These phrases sound calm and natural.
And they work outside this topic too.
Yes, you can use them for business, news, economics, and serious conversations.
Serious conversations need flexible language.
Exactly. Flexible language helps you stay accurate.
My language is doing yoga.
Careful, calm, and flexible. I like it.
Let's imagine someone asks, "Will my food become more expensive?"
A careful answer would be, it is possible, but it depends on energy prices, shipping costs, local policy, currency, and how long the disruption lasts.
That is balanced.
Another simple answer is, energy costs can affect food prices, but the effect is not always immediate.
The effect is not always immediate.
Good.
Immediate means happening right away.
Yes.
So if oil prices jump today, the supermarket may not change all prices tomorrow.
Correct. Some prices may be protected by contracts, inventory, subsidies, or competition.
Inventory means goods a company already has?
Yes. Inventory is stock or goods stored and ready to sell or use.
A store's inventory can delay price changes.
That is a useful business sentence.
What about contracts?
A contract may set prices or delivery terms for a period of time.
So old contracts can slow down new price changes.
Sometimes, yes.
What if the disruption lasts longer?
Longer disruptions can make effects stronger because companies have less time to absorb costs.
They may pass on more costs.
Yes, they may raise prices, add fees, or change supply plans.
Ad fees?
A fee is an extra charge.
Delivery fee, fuel surcharge, service fee.
Good examples.
Fuel surcharge?
A fuel surcharge is an extra fee added because fuel costs are higher.
Airlines and delivery companies sometimes use that.
Yes.
A fuel surcharge may appear when fuel costs rise.
Clear and natural.
And ordinary people may feel it in small ways first.
Yes. A little higher delivery fee, a slightly higher taxi price, or a more expensive flight.
Small waves from the ripple effect.
Exactly.
What about shock and supply shock? It sounds emotional.
In economics, shock means a sudden, unexpected change.
Not emotional shock, but economic shock.
Correct.
A supply shock is a sudden change in supply.
Yes.
Demand shock?
A demand shock is a sudden change in demand.
Like if everyone suddenly wants the same product.
Yes. But today, our focus is supply risk connected to shipping and energy.
Good boundary.
Boundary means a limit or dividing line.
We set a boundary for the topic.
Exactly.
Let's return to the map one more time.
Picture the Persian Gulf as a busy energy area. To reach the open ocean by sea, ships move through the Strait of Hormuz into the Gulf of Oman, then toward the Arabian Sea.
Iran is on the north side. Oman is on the south side.
Yes.
And nearby energy exporters include Qatar, Saudi Arabia, the UAE, Iraq, Kuwait, Bahrain, and Iran.
Correct.
Importers like India, China, Japan, and South Korea watch because energy shipments matter to them.
Yes.
So this one route connects many economies.
It does. That is why a small waterway can have global importance.
Small waterway, big role.
That could be the simplest summary.
Do people sometimes confuse Persian Gulf and Gulf of Oman?
Yes. The Persian Gulf is west of the strait. The Gulf of Oman is east of the strait and opens toward the Arabian Sea.
So the strait is like the connector between them.
Exactly.
Can we say the Strait of Hormuz connects the Persian Gulf to the Gulf of Oman?
Yes. And you can add, and then to the Arabian Sea.
The Strait of Hormuz connects the Persian Gulf to the Gulf of Oman and the Arabian Sea.
Good. Very clear.
My map brain is finally online.
Please keep it connected.
Why do we say the Strait of Hormuz?
Many geographic names use the, especially seas, gulfs, straits, rivers, and mountain ranges.
The Persian Gulf, the Gulf of Oman, the Arabian Sea.
Yes,
The Strait of Hormuz.
correct.
But Iran and Oman do not need the.
Right. Most country names do not use the, with a few exceptions.
Grammar sneaks into geography.
It always finds a route.
What about pronunciation?
You can say Strait of Hormuz,
Strait of Hormuz.
Persian Gulf,
Persian Gulf.
Gulf of Oman,
Gulf of Oman.
liquefied natural gas.
Liquefied natural gas.
That one is longer, so LNG is easier in conversation.
Thank you, abbreviation.
Abbreviations save many tired tongues.
Abbreviation means a short form?
Yes, LNG is the abbreviation for liquefied natural gas.
LNG is easier to say than liquefied natural gas.
Very true.
What about crude?
Crude rhymes with food.
Crude oil.
Good.
Crude oil is not rude oil.
Correct. Though the spelling is only one letter away from trouble.
Let's explain why shipping companies might pause even before a route fully closes.
Companies manage risk. If they believe the risk is high, they may wait for clearer information.
That can delay cargo.
Yes. Even short delays can affect schedules and costs.
Schedule means a plan for timing.
Yes. Ships, ports, refineries, and buyers all depend on schedules.
If one ship is delayed, another process may wait.
Correct. That is another supply chain effect.
Like dominoes, but slower and more expensive.
That image works, as long as we keep it calm.
A delay in one place can affect the supply chain.
Good.
Can we mention confidence again with an example?
Sure. If shipping companies have confidence in a route, they are more likely to keep normal schedules.
If confidence falls, they may wait, reroute, or charge more.
Yes,
So confidence affects behavior.
exactly. That is true in markets, business, and daily life.
If I have confidence, I order coffee in English. If I lose confidence, I point at the menu silently.
Very relatable, but we are trying to reduce silent pointing.
Podcast mission accepted.
In the same way, uncertainty can make businesses hesitate.
Hesitate means pause before acting.
Yes, hesitation can be smart when risk is unclear.
Shipping companies may hesitate during uncertainty.
Good, careful sentence.
What is energy dependent?
Energy dependent means relying heavily on energy supply.
Modern life is energy dependent.
Yes, transport, electricity, food systems, hospitals, factories, data centers, and homes all need energy.
Data centers too?
Yes, digital services need electricity, cooling, and equipment.
So even online, life connects to energy.
It does.
I order food online, the app uses data centers, the restaurant uses electricity, the driver uses fuel.
That is a perfect daily life chain.
My late-night noodles are part of global energy systems.
Your noodles have a larger worldview than expected.
Can we talk about what governments do?
Governments may monitor shipping, speak with other countries, check energy reserves, prepare emergency plans, or try to support stable markets.
Monitor means watch carefully.
Yes, monitor can mean watch, track, or check over time.
Governments monitor energy supplies.
Good.
Emergency plans?
Emergency plans are prepared steps for dealing with a problem.
Like having a fire plan, but for energy supply.
Yes, that is a simple comparison.
Can emergency plans stop all price changes?
Not always. They may reduce damage, but they cannot control every market reaction.
So governments can manage risk, not erase risk.
Exactly.
Let's make a calm sentence about the current situation.
Try this. At the time of recording, on June 22nd, 2026, the situation is developing, and markets are watching the risk to shipping.
At the time of recording, on June 22nd, 2026, the situation is developing, and markets are watching the risk to shipping.
That is careful.
Another one?
It is important not to assume what will happen next.
It is important not to assume what will happen next.
That is one of the most important lines today.
Assume means believe something without enough proof.
Yes. In serious topics, assumptions can mislead people.
Don't assume. Check.
Short and useful.
Can we explain neutral?
Neutral means not taking one side against another.
So we can explain why the strait matters without supporting any side.
Correct.
A neutral explanation focuses on facts.
Yes.
And respectful means not insulting people.
Yes. Respectful language matters when topics involve real conflict, fear, or hardship.
Hardship means difficult life conditions.
Correct.
Use respectful language when discussing conflict.
Very good.
Let's give listeners a simple mental model.
Think of the Strait of Hormuz as a doorway for energy shipments leaving the Persian Gulf.
If the doorway is clear, ships move normally.
If the doorway feels risky, companies become cautious.
Caution can raise costs.
Higher costs can affect energy markets.
Energy markets can affect transport and production.
Transport and production costs can affect consumer prices.
That is the chain.
Yes. Doorway, caution, cost, energy, production, prices.
That sounds like the world's least relaxing board game.
True, but at least we explained the rules.
Can we make that into a learner sentence?
A problem at a major energy choke point can create higher costs across the supply chain.
A problem at a major energy choke point can create higher costs across the supply chain.
Strong and clear.
Across means through many parts?
Yes. Across the supply chain means through many steps of the supply chain.
Costs can spread across the supply chain.
That is natural.
We have talked a lot about cost. What about time?
Time is important too. Delays can cause missed delivery windows, port congestion, and storage problems.
Port congestion?
Port congestion means a port is crowded or backed up, so ships wait longer.
Like traffic jam at a port.
Exactly.
Port congestion can delay shipments.
Good.
Storage problems?
If cargo cannot move normally, storage tanks, warehouses, or terminals may become full or poorly timed.
Timing matters.
Very much.
So even if the product exists, moving it at the right time matters.
Yes. Supply chains need flow.
Flow means smooth movement.
Correct.
What does resuming shipping mean?
Resuming means starting again after stopping or slowing.
So resuming shipping means ships begin moving normally again.
Yes.
Talks aimed at resuming shipping.
That is a natural news phrase.
Safeguard shipping?
Safeguard means protect.
So safeguard shipping means protect the safe movement of ships.
Correct.
Countries may discuss ways to safeguard shipping.
Good, careful sentence.
Why is safe movement important?
Because shipping is not only about cargo, it is also about crew safety, environmental safety, and reliable trade.
Crew safety first.
Absolutely.
What about environmental risk?
Oil tankers and LNG carriers must be handled carefully because accidents can harm people, the sea, and coastal communities.
So safety is not only financial.
Correct.
Coastal communities means people living near the coast.
Yes.
Maritime safety protects crews, cargo, and coastal communities.
Nice sentence.
Maritime safety is a useful phrase.
Very useful. It means safety related to ships and the sea.
I can imagine hearing that in a news report.
Yes, especially when shipping routes are under pressure.
Let's summarize oil, LNG, and price effects before the final review.
Oil is important for transport fuels, industry, and many products.
LNG is natural gas cooled into liquid form for transport.
The Strait of Hormuz is important because large energy volumes move through it.
If tension raises risk, shipping companies may become cautious.
Higher risk can raise insurance premiums and freight costs.
Higher energy and shipping costs can create a ripple effect.
But the effect depends on duration, local policy, currency, reserves, contracts, and many other factors.
That is balanced.
Good.
Can we do one final vocabulary story?
Sure. I'll tell a short story using the keywords.
I'm ready.
A tanker carries crude oil through a strait.
The strait is a choke point.
A disruption may delay the tanker.
The delay may raise shipping costs.
Higher shipping costs may affect the supply chain.
Companies may pass on the cost.
Consumers may feel a price increase.
If many prices rise, people worry about inflation.
And the cost of living may become more difficult for households.
That story is simple but powerful.
Yes, it shows the ripple effect.
My brain likes stories better than charts.
Stories are charts wearing comfortable clothes.
What is the final big lesson?
The Strait of Hormuz shows how geography, energy, trade, politics, markets, and everyday prices can connect.
A small place on the map can matter to a big part of the world.
Yes, and understanding it helps us read the news more calmly.
Not with panic.
Not with panic.
Not with blame.
Not with blame.
And not with wild predictions.
Exactly. We use careful language, check dates, and remember that situations can change.
What is the practice challenge?
Here is today's small practice challenge. Explain the Strait of Hormuz in one sentence using 3 words: strait, choke point, and energy.
The Strait of Hormuz is an important energy choke point.
That is a great, simple answer.
My personal takeaway is this: learn the map, learn the words, and stay calm.
I like that. Clear knowledge helps us understand the world without getting lost in fear.
And I will never confuse straight and straight again.
I believe in you, mostly.
Mostly is enough for English spelling.
Thanks for listening to our podcast. See you next time. Bye-bye.